Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. We welcome you in today's session of Everyday with Bhagavad Gita. Today we are going to learn Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, verse number 37 and 38. These two verses are together in the Bhagavad Gita. So what Arjuna is saying to Krishna, Yadi api एते न पश्यन्ति लोभपहत चेतसः कुलक्षय कृतं दोषां मित्रद्रोहे च पातकं कथं न ज्ञेयम् अस्माभिः पापात् अस्मान् निवर्तितुं कुलक्षय कृतं दोषं प्रपश्यद्भिर्जनार्दन यदि अपि एत न पश्यन्ति लोभपाहत चेतसः कुलक्षय कृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकं कथां न ज्ञेयम् अस्माभिः पापाद् अस्मान् निवर्तितुं कुलक्षय कृतं दोषं प्रपश्यद्भिर्जनार्दनन्। श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O Janardana, although these men, their hearts overtaken by greed, see no faults in killing one's family or quarreling with friends. Why should we, who can see the crime in destroying a family, engage in these acts of sin? So we can learn three things in this shaloka, as Arjuna has described, that their hearts or the mind or the intelligence have been overtaken by the greed, and due to which they don't see any fault in killing the family or the quarreling with the friends. So now this is their perspective, and Arjuna is showing his own perspective, that who can see the crime in destroying a family engage in these acts of sin. So Arjun, as a policeman, is seen by killing a person who is a murderer, who is disturbing society. So due to his material bodily conception of life, he sees it as a sin. So we will describe these three things, and later we will shift purport as well. What it says, that their hearts overtaken by greed. So three things in your life you still remember, I said in the last lecture as well, that can be never be satisfied, even though you will get a immense amount of quantity of these three things. What are these? Number one, wealth. Whatever money you are acquired, it will come to you, you will need more and more. Second is the name and fame, the popularity, or I am the center of everything, everybody is watching me, I am the center of objective. Number three is the power, that I have the decision making, I am this, I am that, because I am here, this thing is working. So these things all are in the material basis of platform on a person. Like for example, these all quality are related to Krishna as well, because we are the part and parcel of Krishna. It is the reason that these things are coming into us as well. But the Krishna is, he has the all wealth of the world, spiritual and material. He is the most famous with the name and fame, and is the most powerful as well. He was a king, and when he came in this material world, still we see that Mahabharat was battlefield was happened due to Krishna. Krishna arranged everything. Although he sent so many peace proposal to Kauravas, but it didn't work. He has a name and fame. Everybody knows about Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, and the power. When he came in the Dwarka, he has 16,100 and gopis, or the you can say the wives. He was given every gopis a one individual palace, and every gopis were satisfied. So these were actually the devotees of the Lord Sri Krishna, and they were taking the transcendental pleasure. It is not like the material husband and wife, they even cannot tolerate each other in this world. Although they were very much satisfied with the Krishna, because Krishna gives pleasure to his devotees. So we see them as a young boys and the girls affair, like in the material world, they are loving affairs, exchanging of the loving affair. But here in the loving exchange of the Krishna and the gopis, there is no tinge of the lusty or the sexual desire. The pure love you can see in the Krishna's Leela, and through this the devotees are enjoying, and Krishna is also enjoying. So these three things, wealth, name and fame, and the power, are the things which a person, through which he makes himself greed. And whenever there a greed is coming, selfish desires are coming, we make enemies, we want to defend it, and there is no chance of happiness from the inside. So bhakti, what he does? Bhakti help us grow and make us happy and blissful. We have a limited resources. All we have the all limited all resources. Like the bhakti was attained by Maharaja Parikshit. He was a king. He was a king of this world, but he attained the Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna Prem. How? By just learning the Bhagavatam. Similarly, we see in the history and all the Puranas, big king attained the lotus feet of Lord and become happy and satisfied. So we see Arjuna is saying that by killing his kinsmen and the brothers and all the relatives, he will attain a big crime. But it is not the case. Later, it was his proposal. The Krishna will dispose and Krishna will teach Arjuna once he will be completely surrendered to Krishna. He submissively wanted to listen what Krishna says. Similarly, in this world also we are in so many tension and the depression. Our mind is restless. When we listen to Krishna, what he's saying, like Arjuna, we will get out of from this problem. So Arjuna is refusing to fight. It was his duty. Like a person is an engineer, it is his duty to work for the company, get the money, and utilize it in the service of his family, parents, society, and sadhu, saintly people. Do some, the biggest welfare activity is doing by giving the donation to the temples, or feeding the sadhus, or helping the book distribution, building the temple, and feeding the poor people by the Food for Life program that we are feeding prasadam. Due to so many ways, he is engaging himself, although he is living in this material world like a normal person, but his intention or desire or the goal is the Krishna, due to which he is not binding himself into the karmas. So Arjuna refused. I will not do these things. I will go into the forest. I will sit there. But Krishna is not encouraging to do this. He was a Kshatriya. He is a family man. Krishna says, no, it is your duty. First perform your duty as per my direction. And also you don't have to run like a coward. So a person who is a coward, he is not a devotee. A devotee has never been a coward. So Arjuna decided not to fight. So this was the whole scenario or the situation in this verse. Prabhupada said that Kshatriya is not supposed to refuse a battle or gamble when he is invited by some rival party. Under such an obligation, Arjuna could not refuse to fight because he had been challenged by the party of the Duryodhana. In this connection, Arjuna considered that the other party might be blind to the effect of such challenge. Arjuna, however, could see the evil consequences and could not accept the challenge. Obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can be bound. Considering all these pros and cons, Arjuna decided not to fight. So we will end our session here. Shri Radha Krishna Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Gaur Nithai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nithai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.